Hi there, my name is Cassie Rubio. I'm 23, turning 24 in 3 weeks. I'm a screenwriter and director. I actually was a part of a grassroots organization called Nuevas Novelas one summer ago, and essentially that organization trains young women of color in the Los Angeles area in filmmaking skills. And so as part of the organization, we had to pitch our ideas, and three students would be selected to actually produce their film ideas, and mine was selected. My film is called Tienes Hambre, and which translates into, are you hungry in Spanish, and it is about a grandmother who only speaks Spanish and her granddaughter who only speaks English, and the way they're able to communicate and create community is in the kitchen through their cooking. And so the grandmother has dementia. She's pretty sick at this point when we meet her in the film, and she's not feeling very well, and her granddaughter is frustrated because she doesn't really know what else to do, and so she creates their favorite childhood recipe and gives it to her grandmother. And through that exchange, I just wanted to express how food is healing for our communities of color, and food tells stories, and I think food and recipes, kind of transverse time. And so even though time is making the grandmother's memory fade away, sensory detail like taste is something that someone can still hold on to and express their love by. The director of that organization submitted it without telling me, and then all of a sudden she was like, hey, I forgot to tell you, but I submitted your film to a national contest, and now it's made top 3 in the country, and we need to get people to vote. And where most people would actually be really happy and excited, I was petrified, and I cried from hearing the news. And that's because I think through that process, I realized how badly I have imposter syndrome. Thankfully, I got over myself, and I asked for help, and I reached out, and instead, all that I found was so much support and loving words and affirmations, and even people I didn't know messaging me, telling me that my film spoke to them. I don't think I really had the idea of creating film as like a solidified idea for my career until I saw Moonlight about 2 years ago when it came out. And watching Moonlight for me it's such a quiet movie. So much of it is about the subtext and what the characters don't say or can't say or don't have words for. And I just thought it was so beautiful, and it gave me chills, it made me sick, I cried, I healed, and to feel all of those emotions in a movie theater together with strangers, and to know they're also feeling those feelings, I thought, oh, I want to do this. I want to make other people feel like that, and I want it to be mainstream where other people, maybe in rural areas that don't ever get to see their stories portrayed on screen, I want to talk to them. I want to make sure they feel seen and validated and affirmed in their identities. Telling stories is medicine. I think trauma that a lot of us carry from our families, whether intergenerationally or from interpersonal violence, whatever form of trauma we have, we are shamed into holding on to it and internalizing it, and it making us silent, and in turn it making us sick though. So I think for me, I care about filmmaking and storytelling in general because that is my form of therapy. It is a means to which I finally feel like I have a voice, I can have a perspective, I am expressing it in a safe environment of my choosing, so I have agency finally. Imposter syndrome manifests in a lot of different ways. So sometimes it's me thinking like I'm not even going to apply to an opportunity because I already know I'm not going to get it, so why try? Sometimes it's not asking for help or asking a question when I'm confused because I don't want to seem stupid, or I don't know, like I'm not able. And constantly I have to work on finding my voice once again, to assert myself and just be comfortable in who I am and where I'm at in my process. I need to not pretend like I know everything. I'm a student that's interested in constantly learning. And so I think when you're able to humble yourself in that and recognize yourself as a human and be compassionate towards yourself, that imposter syndrome starts to fade away. And it's so important to find other folks that you feel safe with and that you identify with also in this industry, so you all can really lean on each other and support each other, because you will need that. And so I struggle really badly with anxiety and how that manifests with being on set or like showing people my writing. And I remember, again, going with trauma, so much of my anxiety gets trapped in my chest and in my throat and in shaking. And I remember I just have to take one more breath, and I get to center myself, and I can slow things down, and at the end of the day everything will be okay. You will survive. You will get to make another project, and as long as you're being authentic and doing what feels right and feels comfortable for you, then you're on the right path always.